Welcome to another deep dive into the sources that shape our world. I'm thrilled you're joining us today.
Yeah, thanks for tuning in. We have a really fascinating topic lined up for you today.
We absolutely do. Today we are setting aside the usual history books to explore a mysterious theme we're calling Mermaids Beyond the Fairy
I
Tales.
love that title.
Right. And our mission today is twofold. For those of you listening, first, this is a fantastic way to practice your English listening skills. And second, we are going to explore global folklore that proves mermaids aren't just, those friendly singing princesses we see in modern movies.
Far from it, actually. I mean, the text we're diving into today covers a pretty wide range of geography. We've got mermaid legends from general European folklore, Scotland, Ireland, the Orkney Islands, Maori tradition in New Zealand, and Japan.
It's a massive geographic spread. So, to set the tone, I want you to just sit back wherever you are and listen closely. We're going to start by reading our composite source text in full.
Yeah, this is a great opportunity to just practice your ear. Just absorb the rhythm and flow of the English.
Exactly. I'll hand it over to you for a slow, clear, and expressive reading. Take it away.
Here we go. Folklore from around the world is full of mermaid-like creatures. Some say this is because people caught glimpses of seals or dugongs and were mistaken, but others will swear that mermaids are real. Most European mermaids are half woman, half fish. They live underwater but occasionally sit on rocks to sing and comb their long hair. Some sailors say seeing a mermaid during a voyage foretells bad luck or shipwreck. Seask is a Scottish mermaid with the upper body of a human but the tail of a salmon. To protect herself from harm, she keeps her soul safely concealed in an object hidden under the sea. Anyone who finds the soul of a Seask can make her grant them 3 wishes. Merrow are Irish sea fairies with fishy tails and lurid green hair. These mermaids and mermen possess a magical cap that allows them to live underwater. Selkies are similar to mermaids and come from the Orkney Islands. They swim in the ocean in seal form, but can cast off their seal skin to dance on the beach in the shape of humans. In Maori tradition, Murakihau are guardians of the sea with fish-like tails and human upper bodies. They suck up huge quantities of fish with their long, hollow tongues, much to the annoyance of local fishermen. Japanese mermaids are known as Ningyo. They have the body of a thunsh with the face of a monkey. It is considered extremely unlucky for a fisherman to catch a Ningyo.
Okay, let's unpack this because, wow, that is a massive contrast to the sanitized fairy tales we are used to today.
Oh, totally.
I mean, monkey faces, hiding your soul, sucking up massive amounts of fish. It's weird, and honestly, it's pretty scary.
It really is. The source material is definitely darker than the modern adaptations.
Let's start with the Japanese Ningyo, because visually that is a jarring image. A fish body with the face of a monkey. That completely subverts the whole beautiful siren trope.
What's fascinating here is the psychological effect of that specific combination. A monkey's face is eerily close to a human face, but it's distinct enough to trigger the uncanny valley effect.
Right, that feeling of revulsion when something looks almost human but not quite.
Exactly. The European mermaid uses beauty as a trap, right? But the Ningyo is grotesque. Pulling up a creature like that in your fishing net would be the ultimate bad omen. It's a visual warning.
It's terrifying to even imagine. And speaking of things that defy our usual logic, let's look at the Scottish Seask.
Ah, yes.
Yeah.
The salmon tail.
Yeah. Human upper body, salmon tail. But the craziest detail is that she keeps her soul safely concealed in an object hidden under the sea.
External soul concept.
Right. But if she's doing this to protect herself, isn't she just creating a huge liability? I mean, the text says finding the soul forces her to grant 3 wishes. Why not just keep your soul safely inside your own body?
It's a great point. It's a classic paradox in folklore. By removing her soul, she makes her physical body invincible, perhaps, but she ties her entire existence to a hidden object.
So it becomes a game.
Exactly. It transforms a physical battle into a high-stakes puzzle. If a human can outsmart her and find that concealed soul, they gain leverage over an ancient magical being. It's a story about human intellect conquering magic.
That makes a lot of sense. It shifts the power dynamic. Now, looking at the Irish Merrow and the Orkney Selkies, there are some interesting comparisons there, too.
They both have unique relationships with the water.
The text mentions the Merrow have lurid green hair and need a magical cap to live underwater. It almost sounds like early scuba diving gear.
It really does.
And then the Selkies cast off their sealskins to dance as humans on the beach. Both of them rely on a physical item to transition between worlds.
Yeah, the shape-shifting element is crucial. The Selkie shedding her skin is a literal casting off of her animal nature to experience humanity. But the tragedy in these stories usually comes from a human stealing that cast-off skin or stealing the Marrow's cap.
Forcing them to stay on land.
Exactly. It's a narrative deeply concerned with captivity and the loss of freedom.
That adds such a sad layer to it. But let's pivot to something a bit more relatable. The Maori Marikihau.
The guardians of the sea.
Yes. With long, hollow tongues they use to suck up massive quantities of fish. And I love the text's phrasing here. They do this much to the annoyance of local fishermen.
It's a very grounded detail.
It is. You have this giant mythic guardian, and the main takeaway is that it's a huge nuisance for the local industry.
Well, it reflects a deep understanding of ecological balance. The ocean has to feed itself, and sometimes that directly competes with human consumption. The myth acknowledges that natural tension.
So, synthesizing all of this, we've got European mermaids foretelling shipwrecks, Maori guardians eating the local catch. The text mentions early on that people might have just been catching glimpses of real-world dugongs and seals.
If we connect this to the bigger picture, misidentification is just the starting point.
You don't think sailors just needed better glasses?
No, I think they needed a way to process fear. The ocean was completely unpredictable. You invent a creature whose cap can be stolen or whose soul can be found to give yourself a sense of psychological control over an environment that could kill you at any moment.
We invent the monsters to make sense of the chaos. I love that. All right, let's transition into our language lab.
That was good.
A great way to improve your English is by learning words in context. We've pulled 6 high-frequency phrases from today's text. Let's break them down so you can start using them.
Perfect. What's our first one?
Number 1 is caught glimpses of. The text said people caught glimpses of seals or dugongs.
To catch a glimpse of something means to see it only for a very brief moment. It's not a clear, sustained look.
Right, so you wouldn't say you caught a glimpse of a movie you watched for 2 hours.
Exactly. It implies motion or obstruction. Yeah. For example, you might say, while walking in the forest, I caught glimpses of a rare bird before it flew away.
Great example. Word number 2, foretells. Seeing a mermaid foretells bad luck.
This means to predict or warn that something is going to happen in the future, but it carries a much heavier, almost mystical weight compared to just saying predicts.
Right, a weatherman predicts rain. He doesn't foretell rain.
Haha, exactly. It's for larger events or omens, like the sudden drop in temperature foretells a heavy snowstorm.
Makes sense. Okay, number 3 is concealed. The Scottish seas kept her soul safely concealed.
Concealed means hidden carefully so it cannot be seen or found. It implies a deliberate strategy.
Like hiding a spare key.
Yes. An example sentence would be, the detective found a secret map concealed inside the old book.
Ooh, like the mystery there. All right, word 4, lurid. The Irish Merrow have lurid green hair.
Lurid describes a color that is very bright, harsh, and sometimes shocking or unnatural. It's not a pleasant pastel green.
It's like toxic waste green.
Exactly. So you could say, the warning sign was painted in lurid yellow to catch everyone's attention.
Moving on to number 5, a phrasal verb. Cast off. The Selpies cast off their seal skin.
To cast off means to throw off, remove, or leave something behind. It can be physical clothing or even an emotional burden.
So physically, an example would be when spring arrived, he cast off his heavy winter coat.
Spot on.
And our final phrase, number 6, to the annoyance of. The Marikau eat fish, much to the annoyance of local fishermen.
This is a great phrase. It means causing someone to feel slightly angry or irritated. It's perfect for everyday frustrations.
Yeah, I use this feeling a lot, like the dog barked loudly all night, much to the annoyance of the neighbors.
That is a perfect real-life application.
Awesome. Those are 6 fantastic phrases to add to your vocabulary toolbox.
Definitely try to practice using them in your own sentences.
Well, we have covered a lot today. We journeyed from practicing our listening skills with global mermaid lore to mastering some great new English vocabulary.
It's been a great deep dive. And I want to leave you, the listener, with a final thought to mull over.
Ooh, lay it on us.
We talked about how early sailors invented these wild stories just from seeing ordinary seals and dugongs. So what ordinary things in our modern world might inspire the myths of the future?
Oh, that's wild.
Right. Imagine people 1,000 years from now finding a broken drone and creating legends about a mechanical bird that spied on humanity.
Or viewing our satellites as metal stars waiting to fall. That is an amazing thought experiment.
The mundane things today are tomorrow's mythology.
I love it. All right, before we go, we have a listener challenge for you. We want you to actively practice your English.
Yes, put these words to use.
We challenge you to write a short description of your absolute favorite mythical creature. It can be from your own culture or from a movie. But you must use at least one of the new vocabulary words from today's language lab.
Describe a creature that foretells an event or keeps something concealed.
Or maybe has lurid scales. Have fun with it. Thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive. Keep practicing, keep questioning the stories you hear, and we will catch you next time.